Hey, what's up, guys? Call y'all back with another video. And today I want to do my Naruto review, episode 32 review, English dub. So here we go. This episode starts out with Rock Lee fighting the Sound Ninja there. He was actually fucking fighting the Sound Ninja and shit like that. The Sound Ninja attacked Rock Lee there with the sound there. So Rock Lee was kind of going into a daze there. He was kind of like he was kind of going into a fucking daze there and shit like that. Uh, so and then Rock Lee noticed something Rock Lee was like covering his ear there. He's like, "Oh crap, my fucking ear" and shit like that. Um, and then the Sound Ninja was actually saying something about. He's like, "Well, you got." He's like, he's like, I did something to your ear where your ear canal, like he did some type of ultrasound to affect his hearing there. He actually affected his hearing there with the holes. The when he attacked him, when the Sound Ninja attacked him, he actually affected his hearing there and shit like that. So he went into like he was kind of a little bit dazed and shit like that. He was a little bit dazed and shit like that with it. So when that was actually happening with that and shit, the Sound Ninja was like, "Oh, now you're kind of a little bit dazed. Now I'm gonna go after." He's like, "I'm gonna go after the girl next," and he was talking about Sakura there. He was gonna go after Sakura next. Rock Lee was trying to fend that. He gets a Rock Lee was trying to protect Sakura, but he did his Leaf Hurricane there. Rock Lee did his Leaf Hurricane there, and it missed. And he's like, your attacks are not gonna work and stuff. And he's like, I'm impressed. You're standing up from that attack and shit like that. So he did that thing again on Rock Lee, and then it just knocked him completely out. And then he's like, you know, little man. He's like, you can actually outstand me and shit like that. So when that was going on with that shit, Sakura threw some kunai right at the Sakura threw some fucking kunai there, with it and crap like that. We see kind of looks like Sakura was kind of fucked there in a way. Sakura was kind of fucked there in a way and shit. um, you know, Shikamaru and Choji were hiding underneath the like those hiding underneath the bush there, and then Shikamaru was actually saying something to there, saying if we don't help Sakura there, she might be she she might be fucking screwed there. He was saying she might be screwed there if we don't help her and shit like that. And then we see some like flashbacks where we see some flashbacks where when Sakura were kids and stuff, and they used to be like longtime friends, and then it kind of like think about that and shit like that. So Sakura was kind of screwed there. So when that was happening with that, uh, Sakura was technically screwed at first and shit like that. She couldn't help herself. They one of the sound ninja or the sound ninjas uh, one of the sound ninja girls fucking grabs her hair, and she said if he didn't spend enough time picking hair products or so, you should if you worked on your jutsu, you should not have been picking enough time on hair products or something bullshit like that. So she was like yanking on her hair and shit, and or she was pulling on her hair and shit like that. And then she's like, "Oh, now she's out of the way. You can go kill Sasuke." She told one of her teammates that, and he's like, "A pleasure," and shit like that. So when that was going on with that shit, So Sakura pulls out a kunai there, and then she's like, the Sound Ninja there, honestly, was pulling her hair, was actually saying, or the Sound Ninja girl was pulling her hair there, was actually saying, we're gonna do that, and stuff like that. So she like looks back at her, saying like, she's like, this is not at you. So she completely cuts her hair off, and it kind of made her back off and shit like that. And you see like sugar. What you see Eno there. She was like, she's like, what? That's Sakura there? How the fuck she got this good and shit like that. So when that was happening with that shit, freaking Sakura started attacking them and shit like that. So she did a substitute jutsu there. He she messed up, or he was she was fighting the guy with the pipes in his hands and shit. And technically he was fighting the guy with the pipes in his hands. So she was fighting him, and then she was actually had the upper edge and stuff like that. And then she did like a couple substitution jutsus to actually um, flank him and shit like that. So Sakura freaking was in the air, and he's like, okay, he throws it right at her. She actually, it was actually her. She gets cut a little bit, and then he's like, oh yeah, it's just a substitution jutsu. That's what he thought. And then he's like, and then a little bit of blood came on his eyelid. He's like, oh fuck. And then she attacks, jumps on top of him and bites him in the hand there. And he's like, what the fuck? He's like, let go and shit. And he like smacks her and shit like that. During this time there, uh, was like thinking what actually how Sakura came much stronger and shit like that. She was like thinking about that, and she was like thinking how she used to be like like alone and stuff like that, and scare. We actually see a flashback where she was actually doing that and shit. With the stuff like that, and then you see like they go to the flashback, and then back to we seen them go to the flashback and back to the actual fight when Sakura was trying to hold on and shit, and the guy was like, "Oh, let go" and shit like that, and he Sakura finally let go. She gets knocked back there, and she's like, and he's like, God damn it. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you and shit like that. And then they were ready to like, they were ready to kill her. They were ready to kill Sakura there, and if and then comes out of nowhere, Shikamaru and Choji pop out, and then she says something about to Sakura there, saying, I'm not going to get beaten out by you or something like that. And that's where the episode ends. So, yep, that's where I'm chip. Comment, rate my response, 1, 2, if this better videos. We will like my videos. Please subscribe. Hit that bell notification if you want to see more uploads. Comment, response, 1, 2, if this better videos. We will like hang out. Out of your peace.